From NBC News, this is Today with Lester Holt and Amy Robach. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
We all know you can rent a car or a movie or ice skates, but it turns out there are a lot more rental options available these days. Coming up, some surprising things you can enjoy for a fraction of the sales price.
A dress?
A dress. You can rent a dress. You can rent a dress. You know, why buy an evening dress that you're only going to... Listen, like I wear evening dresses.
I know.
Why would you buy an evening dress?
Like, why buy those heels?
That you're going to wear only one time because you don't want to be seen in it again. You can rent it.
You'd be comfortable doing that?
Not renting a dress, no, but...
Just wondering.
But some people might.
Right.
Anyway, we're going to get to all that.
Coming up, forget renting movies. Nowadays, you can rent much more, like electronics, even baby furniture, maybe even a dress for Lester. We're going to tell you all about it after these messages.
Oh, there goes the rent. The rent's all spent, but I sure had a wonderful time.
On today's consumer, can't afford to buy? Why not rent? And I'm not talking about real estate. These days, you can rent just about anything from fashion to furniture to fun, and it often makes good sense in economic rough times. Here with more is Deputy Editor of Real Simple Magazine, Anne Marie O'Neill. Anne Marie, good to see you. Good morning.
Hi, Lester. How are you?
We think about renting cars and DVDs. We're going to talk about everything from furniture to clothing. When does it make sense to rent?
There are several times it makes sense to rent. It makes sense to rent if you're traveling, for instance. It makes sense to rent if you want to try something expensive before you buy it, and if you're only going to use it once or twice.
And when does it not make sense to rent?
Doesn't make sense to rent if it's something that you can afford and it's something that you're going to be using a lot.
Let's talk about some of the things. Clothing. In fact, is that a Vera Wang you're wearing?
This is a Vera Wang.
Just happened to know that you rented.
I've rented this Vera Wang. Yes, I don't usually wear evening wear in the mornings, but this is an $1,895 dress that you can actually rent for $189.
But it's not just dresses. I mean, we have other accessories here that you can get.
That's right. I mean, this Pucci dress is a gorgeous dress, very expensive, $2,200 to rent. Handbags you can rent for, like, these range from, $100 to $500 a week.
The dress would make sense for an evening thing that you're only going to do one time.
Exactly. I mean, if I'm a guy, I would probably buy a tux because you can wear the same tux for 10 years. But women tend to wear, like, a different dress to every black tie occasion, and that gets really expensive.
So that's a real bargain. Electronics. I wouldn't think to rent a computer, but you say a lot of people use this option.
Well, I think that this comes into two categories. This is like try before you buy. If you're about to make an expensive purchase, you can rent a computer for about $58 for a weekend, ranging up to about $100.
And then maybe bring your files along on a thumb drive and just pop it in?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
That's how it works. Or if it's an issue of compatibility and you're on a PC and you need to use a Mac, you can rent a Mac for the weekend.
All right. And a video camera. Why rent a video camera?
Again, try before you buy, or if you've got a really great occasion and you want it to look spectacular, but you don't want to spend $1,400 on a camera and you're perhaps using your point and shoot most of the time.
And then I was curious about the baby furniture, because if you have a baby, you buy the furniture because you're going to need it.
You do, but...
Why would you rent?
Well, the grandparents don't necessarily have all the furniture. I mean, my in-laws are in Florida, and when my kids were really tiny, they rented a lot of this stuff, because this whole setup for a crib, minus the teddy bear, is about $500 to buy. The whole setup here is less than $100 to rent for a week.
So the kids and grandkids are coming to visit for the vacation. You rent some stuff for them to have them all set up.
That's right.
And this is all easily available stuff?
It's all easily available online. I mean, things like strollers. I hate taking strollers on airplanes, especially big joggers like this, so you rent them at the other end. Same with car seats.
Great idea. Parties. A lot of people want to put on big parties, and they want to have some of the accoutrements of like an amusement park.
That's right. I mean, you can get anything. You can get, cotton candy machines. You can get bouncing castles.
A photo. We had one of these at the Today Show Christmas party.
This is $2,000 to rent, as opposed to $20,000 to buy.
$2,000 for a day. And Jenna Wolf just happened. Are we taking pictures here? Wait.
I just saw one, so
okay,
ready?
Let's see. So
ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Nothing's happening. There we go. There we go. $2,000 for one day for something like this.
Yes. So, if you're having a family reunion, for instance, and everyone chips in and it's a really big party, this would be loads of fun.
So to think about renting it, and amusement rides as well, things like that?
Yeah, you can get all kinds of things. Bouncing castles for a big kid's birthday. Or
the pictures come in?
Yeah, they came out. What do you think?
What do you think, folks?
Did it come out nice?
Yeah, they came out. They're going to subpoena it along with the rest of the pictures. Anyway, Anne Marie, nice to have you here. Thanks so much.
Nice
Good
to be
advice.
here. Thank
Something
you.
to think about. Coming up next, an iconic image.